Syrian author and LGBTQ rights activist Dani Ramadan is used to going against the grain. He lived to tell his harrowing story of survival as a refugee in the Syrian civil war, chronicled in his novel, The Clothesline Swing. As a Syrian, Ramadan, who came to Jerusalem for the International Writers' Festival, never thought he'd find himself in Israel.
I went through multiple stages of my understanding of the Israeli community in general because the only information that I had about Israel growing up in Damascus was the propaganda that we hear from the Syrian regime. Propaganda that included complete lies that they presented to us as history. It's so beautiful, it's so stunning. The way that the roads are like sneaking around is so mesmerizing, and it actually reminds me of back home. It reminds me of Damascus.
And Ramadan says personal identity goes beyond geography.
I left Syria when I was 19, and I lived in Egypt for a while, and then I met a couple of Israeli folks on the Red Sea, and I started to get to know the people, and I started to realize that at the end of the day, I just represent myself. I'm not representing all of Syria. And those people are not representing all of the Israeli government. And I will tell you right now, I'm very critical of the Israeli government and its way of handling human rights, specifically in the treatment that they have towards Palestinians. But I also don't have much of a higher horse to come and talk about that when I'm also, I was born in Syria, and the Syrian government is now also murdering their own people.
Ramadan's country of origin is in shambles, with some estimating at least $60 billion would be needed to rebuild. And while there is talk now of the Syrian civil war coming to an end, the destruction remains in its wake.
Wars don't just end, and then all of the destruction and the tension between people and the lives that are lost and the people who are disappeared into the Syrian regime prisons, they don't just all disappear. Other examples of similar wars that happened around the world, let it be Iraq or Afghanistan, don't give me a very much bright future for how that goes.
But Ramadan was also under fire for his sexuality. As a gay man in Damascus, he faced backlash, even from members of his own family.
I see it as not just me presenting a fictional account of the LGBTQ refugee experience. It also is a message that I give to my readers that we exist, that our experience full of resilience and empowerment and love and connection is meaningful, and it might lead somewhere beautiful. I am always moved, always moved. Every single time I get an email from a reader in the Middle East who had their hands on a copy of my book, who emails me back saying something like, I don't feel alone anymore.
And now he hopes his personal story will resonate throughout the region.
I truly hope that one day I'll be able to hold a pride parade in Damascus and just lead a pride parade in Damascus. Actually, watch a pride parade in Damascus. The people in Damascus who made that pride parade happen deserve to lead that pride parade.